Okay, we are live. This is the iHeart Radio show. I am Steve Harris to cover the AEW Fallout. Yeah, I had either much sit outside though with my mama brother, and I end up got drunk and came in and for real because and I had woke up at 4 o'clock 30 in the morning to either mature watch AEW Full Gear on on YouTube. Because I mean, up like those who watch AEW. Look, AEW is the place where you build up superstars, younger superstars in AEW. AEW was the greatest pay per view. I am excited to be a AEW fan. I am excited to either much be a fan over there in AEW because coming up in 22 in 6 more months though, my man Tony Khan is gonna be the one that bring in free agency. Look, I really just hope he reaches out to Ember Moon. I really hope he reaches out to Keith Lee. I mean, like if you bring in Keith Lee, you let him feud with MJF, CM Punk. You let him feud with Bryan Danielson. You let him feud with John Moxley. You let him feud with Marinallo. You let him feud with Chris Jericho, Adam Page. You let him feud with Adam Cole. You let him feud with them because AEW has all that talent. They build it up because they know how to build up stars in AEW. That's what I like about AEW. They put so much effort in these AEW pay-per-views of building it up because over there in like Tony Khan is supposed to be announcing matches for Wednesday. He is supposed to be announcing matches. Hold on, just a second. Just a second. Wait. So look, people look. Oh, what the hell? You can't see. You can't. Oh yeah. I mean, look. Though over here, what I'm showing you in the screen. So about what I'm doing. If you don't see, you can't see it. So can I do it? See, look. See. Oh yeah, because pay per view. That's what I'm reviewing. So I am have the matches though on here. Jungle Boy, Jungle Boy versus Bobby Fish. Yeah. And either much Adam Adam Because I'm reading because either much though. And I mean, either much, I am writing this on Saturday morning, even hour before AEW Gears is live tonight in Minneapolis. I will have live reviews on. Yeah, because TJR Wrestling later tonight, checking out our in deep AEW Full Gear pay per view right here. That was a post on Friday. This is AEW Rampage from the Target Center in Minneapolis. It was a live show. So and then the Rampage into a video ad later us know this is Rampage repeatedly. Excalibur is Friday. You know what that means. Excalibur was joining on commentary by Taz. They yelled Chris Jericho happy 51st birthday to him a few days ago. And Ricky Starks, the FTW champion, that Barrow wrestling from the company when the summer used they story with Bobby Fish helping Adam Cole on Dynamite by attacking Jungle Boy. Jericho said it was unstable, so they're a WWE undisputed era referees less than 2 minutes into the show. So I either must sit up there and looked at that for a minute. I'm like this is that stupid referees attacking look. I mean, dude, it's on you getting paid on your job though, and then you probably want to you making $200,000 on your job because you know you got the promoters, the producers, the writers, they're getting paid. How they write these shows, you got the management either much getting paid in their office because and the people in the production truck either must sit back there watching because they are is the one in the audio they taping it those shows and they back there doing the art running the audio through the music in the production truck. So Jungle Boy versus Bobby Fish. I mean, they started out exchanges punches since Boy was mad at Fish for they chop, creep attack on Dynamite, and Jungle Boy grabbed it, the went for a rope walk and the finish wrenching on the arm so Boy went crashing to the apron and float back in the ring. Fish can counting a suplex Boy with um and I mean with a strike in the time, boy, did they arm drag out the rope. Followed by a drive kick. Boy and Fish battle on the apron. Fish dropped it down to the floor, landing to a kick to the leg with Boy was on the apron. Fish whopping Boy into the barricade. Fish with a arm ringing that sent Boy into the mat on the floor. The referee must not have been counting much since it was over 10 seconds at last on the floor. Boy whipped Fish into the ring post, but then Fish pulls on the arm against the ring post. Fish with knee strike. They went to a 90-second picture in the picture. They went to, AEW went to a break. So the wrestlers were back in the ring with Boy hitting a side kicks to the leg, followed by a clothesline off the ropes. Fish was a forearm to the arm in a tackle into the turnbuckle. Fish with a belly-to-belly suplex with Jericho. Calling Fish is being listed and told people to Google it. Fish charging by with a belly-to-belly suplex into the turnbuckle and a uh, burgering ground suplex for a 2 count. Finish with back to the left arm, but boy got a roll up to Fish, blocked a DDT and hit a exposure suplex into the ropes for a 2 count. Good near fall. Fish with a kick. Boy charged the foot and went for the share tap submission. Fish was fading and passed out to give Boy the submission win after 10 minutes. Uh, this was a pretty good with Jungle Boy getting the win since he is pushing well. Fish is most there to put over the young talent. Fish had one good near fall, but I doubtable anybody really thought he was going to win. I continue to be impressive boy every time I see him since he improved a lot as a technical wrestler over the last couple of years. The athleticism is there, but he improved a lot of technical, and it shows. Yeah, cause Jungle Boy man is getting pushed because Jungle Boy continue to the fans behind him. They love them some Jungle Boy. Every time when his music hit, he will come out and he always get that love from the crowd. Jungle Boy, because he always end up getting, because I'm pretty much like in the near future, you will see him as the AEW World Championship. You will see him because him would be working with Bryan Danielson. Him would be working with MJF. Him would be working with Adam Hangman Page. Him would be working with Sammy Guevara, Chris Jericho, CM Punk, and Eddie Kingston. He would be working with all of them. But I'm not. But I know he ain't gonna lose to Punk. Jungle Boy is not gonna be losing to Punk. But that Jungle Boy losing to CM Punk, is that loss is not actually gonna hurt him, because CM Punk, Jungle Boy is gonna be the one that puts CM Punk over. That's what he is going to do. So I don't have no problem with Bobby Fish putting over young talent. I really don't at all. So we get Adam Cole went down to the ring to attack Boy, and Fish got back up with a kick. Cole hang Fish in the ring. Fish didn't sell the uh Chanel tap submission. Barry Long Cole brought two chairs in the ring. Christian and Lucha went down to the ring for the save with Cole escaped it, but Fish did not. Christian hit the kill switch on Fish. So Cole was joined by the Young Bucks for a start down ahead of it, the 6-man tag at Full Gear. Wait a minute, hold up. Oh, what I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong damn side. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, because Full Gear is the fourth and final AEW pay-per-view event this year that is headlined by the world champion Kenny Omega defending the gold against Hangman and Adam Page. There are 10 event matches on the Full Gear with one match on the pre-show and 9 matches on the main show. They have some equality stipulation for same matches. They are a title on the line. There are tag team matches, and it's pretty strong lineup, obvious. And today is the 16-year anniversary of the death of Eddie Guerrero, who passed away from a Caucasian in 2005. Eddie did in the city of Minneapolis, which is where Full Gear is taking place. CM Punk tweet tonight is for Eddie Guerrero. We love and miss him, Eddie. I mean, Eddie Guerrero, I was like in middle school when he had passed away. Because Eddie Guerrero, been the WWE champion, he been in the ring with Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit. He has been in the ring with him. And then I remember that that time Eddie Guerrero was the one feuding with Kurt Angle. Because I'm like, WWE had to go to the mountains and push Eddie Guerrero because I mean to me sitting here, I mean you make me a tear want to come down my eyes right now after he done passed because I mean we miss him. We miss him, Eddie Guerrero. Because and right at, I mean and they found him dead in his hotel because I started watching wrestling when I was 4 years old. Because I remember when it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I remember that time I was a fan of him. I remember they had RVD. I mean, John Cena came in 2002, and Eddie Guerrero feuded with him. And then he had I mean, he was a super baby face, and he was a heel because I lie, I cheat, I steal. So that's the reason why Eddie Man means so much. I mean to these fans because if Eddie Guerrero was here right now, he would have loved it, y'all. He would have loved it, y'all, if he was still here because either much and CM Punk, man, I gotta thank my man CM Punk for putting it out there. You know, because I had to go back. Wait a minute. I'm gonna hold on for a second, so because I really either much see that and either much I mean to me, I mean like we be sitting up here all freaking freaking time. So, yeah, because I had read the wrong one. I'm reading like, I'm into the wrong shit. And so it's Saturday night, and you know what that means. They pro without on the stage as the announce team of Jim Ross and Excalibur and Tony Schiavone welcome us to the show. They show the crowd be flying, and then did a rundown of the match coming. The open is Darby Allen versus MJF. So Maxwell Jacob Friedman made his entrance to boo from the crowd. MJF saw the ring announce Justin Roberts, who had to announce that MJF can beat Darby with a headlock. Taking over. Darby Allen was showing driving a that said loser on it, and then the car crashes. Darby got out of the car and throw something to light it on fire. It was like that the car accident that Darby was in early in his life and claimed his uncle that was Excalibur impeded us. Darby made his entrance with Uncle Stain, and Darby had a record of 28 and 3 and 21. So why wasn't he in the world title elimination tournament? It's not like there was locals to explain those choices that Stain went to the back. So Maxwell, Jacob Freeman. You know who I'm talking about, MJF. So the crowd chanted for both guys, even through there was booing MJF. Lord, 5 minutes entering the did some mat wrestling and some counters, but MJF load on the feet. They lock hands. Both guys wear down and kick on 3 times in a row. Allen hit a hurricane corona into a pin for 2. MJF went a Marco flip Allen to his feet. Allen misses a moonsault. They each did a arm dragging, flipping the lock like a very reach harsh routing. But it was also improved since it was over 1 minute of action without a break. The referee wanted a clean break, so MJF ducks Allen with a punch. MJF sent Allen out of the ring, followed by a clothesline on the floor. MJF sent Allen into the ring. MJF yelled at a fat boy fan, and Allen hit a suicide dive. Allen sent MJF into the steel steps. Allen put his boot across the thorn where MJF was on the apron. Allen jumping out the top with a club drop to the apron, but MJF moved and Allen hit the apron and fell to the floor. Obvious, MJF took average on out an injury. Darby with a backbreaker. Access the back. MJF with a hard whipping to the turnbuckle 2 times in a row. Whipping MJF into the turnbuckle with MJF talking a storm, STERUM, storming, bumping. MJF coming back with a backbreaker along with a grand rant suplex. MJF slamming Allen onto his own knee for a backbreaker with MJF stealing his left knee. MJF did some betting. Then Allen did some betting, and they were on the top rope. Allen flipping over MJF for a stunner off the rope. Allen with a headbutt. Allen went up top, but MJF rose across the ring. MJF whipped his a headlock, taking the run, the ropes. MJF challenging him and hitting a power bomb on the knee. So it was like a power bomb backbreaker for a 2 count. The fan chanted, "This is awesome." About 10 minutes it into it. MJF was striking Allen, who was on his knee. Allen Darby him to keep going. Allen with punches, MJF did an eye poke, and Allen hit a drop kick to the left knee. Allen winning a cold red, but MJF lifted him over and hit a power bomb for a 2. MJF applies the sharp shooter. Allen grabbed the ankle to break free, and MJF kicked Allen into the turnbuckle. Allen with a chop block to the back of MJF knee. MJF come back with a double foot stomp on the left arm. MJF with a leapfrog. He yelled out shit to sell the left knee injury. And MJF applies a figure 4 leg lock to work on the bad knee. Then MJF turned it over and Allen got to the ropes to break it. They battled on the apron. MJF trained him and hit a tombstone power drive on the apron. MJF knee hit the apron too, so he was screaming in pain. MJF got back in before then 10 count. Then Allen got back in before 10 as well. It's AEW where they do count out sports sometimes, and then they ignorant continues out at others time. They both took their time getting back up. Allen got there near fall in a row, and they did a sport rolling around the ring in inside uh catering position that Locky comic yelled that crowd was chanting cheering it. They keep getting for pins attempt, loading to near falls. MJF won't for a power bomb. Allen supplied out of that and hit a cold red for 2. That was impressive. What a great squash. Move there. Allen with up top. MJ rolled out to the floor, and Allen hit the coffee drop on MJF on the floor back in the ring and was up top and went for the coffee drop again, but MJF got the knee up to block. MJF was favored the left knee again. Sean, Spice, and Wallow walked it out to try to cause trouble. So Stain beat them up with a baseball bat and the chair that Spears bought out back in the ring. MJF and Allen got more non-falls in each other. MJF with a super kick landing to him, selling the left knee again. MJF grabbed Allen and skateboard. He said it's to Allen and wanted Allen to hit him in the head in front of the referee. Allen thought about it. It's Tony wanted Darby to do it, and then Darby had it to the referee. So then MJF put the dynamite diamond ring on his hand, punches Allen. The referee never saw it. Doubt to put the skateboard away, and he and did the side headlock taking over on MJ for the pin. I mean, this match was in 22 and '06. I mean, seconds, 22 seconds. So yeah, cause I mean, MJF winning this match. I mean, I don't have no problem with that. He has been the best talker in the ring for every look. The fans, I mean, everybody hates MJF when he come out and cut one hell of a promo on a microphone. He has been out the best talker for the best year in 2021, though. And this is not over between Darby Allen and MJF, because Darby Allen lost to CM Punk at NXT at All Out. And then you had him lose at Full Gear, but you had and to lose to MJF. But I think MJF needed this win. And coming in 22, you would have him and Adam Hangman Page feud, and when they put the belt AEW World Heavyweight Champion on him in 22, and you gonna say that's what I told you, and you sure was right about it. And when they put the bet on MJF, him taking it, and he is gonna have to work with somebody like a CM Punk, like a Bryan Danielson, a CM Punk. He's gonna have to work with somebody like a John Moxley when he come back. He's gonna have to work with Jungle Boy, Christian Cage, Orange Cassidy. He is gonna have to work. He's gonna have to stack up some wins and prove himself. Can he be a Diamond AEW World Championship? That's what I want to see in MJF, because this dude just rips it on the microphone when he just comes out. And with Darby Allen, look, they pushed him to the moon last year as the TNT AEW TNT champion. They had pushed him all the way up to the moon. So that's the reason why I like how with Darby, how they booked it Darby Allen. And he has been booked it well in this match. Against he has been booked it well as a TNA champion after all the build-up they did with him. You lose to see him Punk at at All Out, and then you end up losing to MJF. But I don't think it ain't no between MJF and Darby Allin, because I think you need another. Darby Allin need his win back. That's what he needs. But this was a awesome match, which is creep finish fit for a heel like MJF. I thought they did a great job with Allen of the near fall counting an entertainment squash. I really was impressive by MJF. A lot of, especially with the way he sold that left knee injury so well throughout the match. Allen did his uncrazy bump and a near fall warm few times. MJF got the win with the side headlock takeover, just like he said he will all through. It was after he knocked it out Allen with the diamond ring punch, I figure MJF would win because he needs it, and I hope he got to wrestle more often because he talented. Allen is too, but in MJF calls, they don't put him in a television match each. I mean, yeah, because we could, as of right now, we probably gonna see them feuding for 2 or 3 months coming up in 22, and we probably would see them. And we get Team Taz was show sitting in a skybox, so it was Taz, Ricky Starks, Powerhouse, Hobby Hook, and then other people were there. So we had FTR made their entrance as the AE tag team champ was Tilly Blanche, but those titles are not on the line in the match. The Lucha Brothers entering as the AEW tag team champion with Alistair A. Burhans joining them, good people, for the Lucha Brothers as the babyface here. So, because I mean, we had the Pencil X Zorro model, Ray Flex, and Alice Burhan versus LTR, and Dex Haywood crashes Wallow. So, the Pentacle, Penton, and Haywood start with some Aggressive Adrian start falling by some pin exchange squads flex face out with Wallow with each guy hitting chop Pentacle tagging in Lucha Brothers. Each hit moves and FTR regrouped on the floor. FTR Barbe charging Penton and send him into the barricade. FTR change a leapfrog flex and give him a fall away, slamming into Pentacle. Wallow and Haywood made some quick tag working over Flex in their chair corner. Flex with a spin kick to Haywood, then Wallow misses a drop kick, and Pinto was back in with a sliding blade on both guys. Flex solved the two FTR guys into each other. Pinton with a kick to Haywood, and both FTR guys were again the belt turnbuckle, so Penton hit a assist cannonball on both FTR guys. Penton and Flex each hit super kicks for a 2 count. Penton stumped the left knee of Waller into the mat repeatedly. The Lucha Brothers each apply submissions in the ring until they let go. Penton working over Haywood with a punch, and then Wallow got involved for a double team stunt, gun into the ropes for a 2 FTR tries Penton mass to the bottom rope, loading to some stump. FTR with a cap peel. I mean, you see CATAPULT cap peel on Penta into the bottom rope. Haywood with a leg drop followed by a chin lock. Lucha Brothers did a tag spot. The referee was busted with FTR, so he didn't see it. Pinto forget. out of the double team with a DDT on Haywood. Flex tagging in with a kick to the body and jump knee strikes by Flex on Wallow. Haywood punches Flex, then a backflip by Flex with a kick in a double cut by Flex on both guys for a 2 count. Flex walked it that the ropes, landed to a running kick for 2 Flex. Incredible Haywood change Flex, then pinted kick Haywood off the apron, and Flex went for a cover, but Haywood kicked him into the wallow with the AA title. Haywood hit a brainbuster for just 2 with a great near fall. Wallow was lingering. Flex for both guys with kicks, and then Wallow hit a assist backdrop, driving for a 2 count. Haywood to some fans at ringside, shut up, asshole fans. Pinto tagged in Flex, counting a double team moves into a hurricane corona and Penton with a super kick on Haywood. Penton on out the ropes, Blanche grabbing the leg in front of the referee, and Haywood capitalized with a punch to the face. Haywood with a Eddie Guerrero shake, landing to superplex, but the Pinnacle did the Eddie shake. Himself. Pinnacle hit the Three Amigos squash, and Flex tagged in with a frog splash. Eddie finished off the top for a 2 count. Great spot. Flex with a hook kick on Willow. Let me drink some more. Hold up. Flex with a hook kick on Willow, putting wanted a double team move. Willow tripping up Flex on the ropes. Haywood punches Pentacles down. Haywood and Wallow hit a spike power drive for a 2 count on Flex. Penton saving his brother from a double team move, and Flex got in inside cradle on Haywood for a 2 Flex with a super kick. Flex jumping out the top with a double foot stomp on Haywood, who was holding by Pentacles, and Pentacle dived Haywood into the mat for a 2 count. Flex tried to pin Willow, but it was Pentacles pinning Haywood for 2 that counted. Willow put on a green mask for the squash rings match, and Haywood put a green mask on too. Willow was lingering and tries to pin with his feet on the rope for 2. The Lucha Brothers hit the assist DDT on Willow for the pin with at 18 and 36 minutes. Excalibur made the point that it was the legal man that got pinned. Oh, yeah, because why would why would you think that the Lucha Brothers, everything what they has done over there in WWE, what they used to do in WWE, but look, the Lucha Brothers, right now it is too soon to take the AEW Tag Team Championship off of them. Let them shine for the next couple of 6 months with those titles. You can have them go up against the Pinnacle. You can have them going up against the American tag teams, like either much Excarpio, Sky, and Ethan Page. You can have them go up against them. You can have them go up against Sean Spikes and Spear, and then you can have them go up. And I mean, like the Lucha Brothers have come a long way to win those tag team titles. So it ain't no reason that it needs to be taken off of them. Let them shine. But the Pentacles, X, Zero, Mortal, Ray Flex, Flex, they would get they title shot down the line soon. So this was a great expect, but I thought the finish was bite float with the mask, begin brain on, and then Haywood wasn't even there for the finish, even thought he was the legal man. The announcer put over the legal man issue, yet the wrestlers really did bitch about it since they had to move on to the next match quickly. A lot of cool count moves and tag team moves, some moment in the match had too many legal man sports the furious me, but it wasn't that bad. I expect the champ to retain. They did. So we get a match. Oh, it's Morrow versus Brian Danielson. It's next in the finals of the world title elimination tournament. A video package aired that Danielson won 2 matches to get to the finals, where Morrow won one since he replaced John Moxley in the tournament. Moxley was up first, followed by Danielson, who got a big pop. Brian Brian is 8-0 and 1 in AEW. So AEW title elimination tournament finals, Morrow versus Brian Danielson. So Brian wanted a handshake and the heel Morrow declining. Morrow had this right hamstring tap whip. Morrow uses his power to shoot Brian Danielson a few times. Brian got some strikes in, but then Morrow hit a knee to knock Brian out of the ring. Brian got back with a kick to the body. Morrow charged Brian with a wrist lock, and Morrow powered out with a running shoulder tackle. Brian run the ropes, landing to a clothesline, followed by a drop kick out of the ring. Brian with for a suicide dive, but Morrow hit him with a strike to the head in the belly to belly suplex on the floor. Morrow whipped Brian into the steel steps. Morrow with 2 super suplex for 2. Morrow with a chin lock for about a minute, followed by kicks and punches against the turnbuckle. Morrow with a hard whip into the turnbuckle. Brown with a running drop kick 2 times in a row, but Morrow come back with a Samoan drop for a 2. Morrow sent Brian out of the ring. Morrow with a left out there, and Brian shoes Morrow into the ring post. Bryan with a running knee off the apron onto Morrow on the floor. Back in the ring, Bryan with a shotgun missile drop kick off the top rope. And Bryan kicks to the chest. Morrow charged him in. Bryan managed to count him into a knee bar submission. Morrow nearly tapped it out, but then Morrow managed to get back up and power bomb Bryan into the grit wrench. Super Morrow with a release Graham suplex. Morrow went for a superplex. Bryan loaded on his feet and hit a roundhouse kick to the head of two. Bryan worked it over Morrow with a knee to the head. Bryan stumped it on Morrow's head repeatedly. Bryan went for the running knee, but Morrow changed him and hit powerbomb Morrow with a pointing up as if he was com communicating to his guard, and Morrow was fired up. Morrow went for the game over submission, but Morrow tried to fight it, but Morrow had the game over submission locked in, and Bryan managed to claws to get the bottom ropes. Morrow stumped it on Bryan back and went for the game over again, but Bryan rose over and Bryan managed to turn Morrow over and apply the Lee Bell lock to the left arm head, and Morrow powered out of the with punches they ear. And this is awesome chant from the crowd. Bryan applies the tingle choke sleep, following by elbows to the head, and but Morrow did some eyes going to break free. Bryan with some head kicks to the body. Morrow took this shot and kicked Bryan to the ribs. Bryan and Morrow went to the turnbuckle. Bryan managed to hit a DDT up the top, and then Bryan applies a tiny headlock. Morrow sold it like he was knocked out. So referee armbar, Edwards called it for the bell. It went 20. I mean, I enjoyed this match. Either way, look, I mean, people know Morrow when he was in WWE. He worked with Jack Swagger. I mean, Sheamus, Jack Swagger. He worked with Roman Reigns. He has worked it with Kalisto. He has worked it with Ryback. He worked it with Mark Henry. He has either much worked it because you can either much. I mean, he has been the United States. He has either much been the United States champ. He worked it with John Cena. He done beated him 4 times. And then, because I said, though, when you either much look at that, and people, you follow Morrow, look at his work, what he has done in AEW, and became the AEW TNT champ when he beat Darby Allen and beat Lance Archie, when he has been in the ring with Sammy Guevara, and he ended up losing the TNT championship. But Morrow, look, he is getting better. He has the attitude in him, that instinct in him. He's very good in segments and talking. But look, if you put CJ Perry, I'm talking about his wife, look, can she end up getting into the ring with Britt Baker, Taya Coated, Jay Kroger, uh the rest of that women's in the women's division. Look, we have to wait and see what she gonna do when Morrow is ready for his wife to make her AEW debut. And with Brian Danielson, look, Brian Danielson though is the one is getting the AEW title shot coming up next month because against Adam Hangman Page because he has beaten Bobby Fish, he has beaten been in the ring with Kenny Omega, he has beaten Morrow. He is 8-0. He has Brian Danielson has been in the ring in AEW. He can wrestle his ass off. And he accomplished everything in AEW. I'm sorry, in WWE, but he is gonna be the one that get a title shot against Adam Hangman Page, and Brian Danielson is gonna put Adam Hangman Page over cleanly. I'm hoping that will be the case in AEW. Okay, we show goes over. So the win mean they Danielson gets a shot at the AEW World Title in the future. But this was a physical match, in a lot of fun to which with the ring guy getting the win, other great matches on this show. It seemed like every dancing match get uh around from start on higher as long as he gets a century amount of time. The story we're working with Morrow using the power sports. He keep fighting out of the Bryan submission, and then Bryan managed to find a way to win with the DDT off the ropes, landing to the tiny headlock for the submission win. So there were on to the next match right away. No replays or anything between the match up each other than a quick shot of the announcer. Okay, I thought they need to let people breathe a bit between matches, show some replay or do a quick interview or something. It's thought when it match onto match then again my previous previously is a guide writer and live review for 4 hours, so maybe that just me. We get to the Young Bucks. We're joined by Brandon Cradle and Michael no, a no, NASCAR. The Young Bucks had purple Muschachs merchant bread. So Tony rips on them for it. Adam Cole was up next with the fan chanting "Baby." Right on cut long with the bottom spot, the face, the team of Christian Cage and the Luchers and Jungle Boy were up next. Good obvious for the face. So fall count out anywhere match. Christian Cage and Lucha Jungle Boy versus the Super Click. Adam Cole and Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. So this will be insert since There are no tags, so Apologize arteries if I miss something. Things boy did a spot with the Bucks with a backflip of the ropes, landing to a double shoulder tackle by the back. Lucci's with a double close on the Bucks. Cole throw a chair at Lucci and did a pump kick on Kristen. Boy did a leapfrog over Chris Cole, landing to a chair toss to the face of Cole, but received both Bucks to send them out of the ring. Cole hit a running knee on Boy at the middle of the ring. Kristen hit Cole with a receiving DDT on the steel chair. Nick with a bulldog. Lanches. What the hell? Hold up. It jumped out. It jumped out. Hold on just a minute. It jumped out. Yeah. I mean, Lucci, uh, and I said, average is Apologize, average Z. If I miss something, some things, boy, did a spot with the Bucks with a backflip off the ropes, landed a double shoulder tackle by the Bucks. Lanchy with a double clothesline on the Bucks. Cole throw a chair at Lunchy. A bump kick on Kristen. Boy did a leapfrog over Cole, landing to a chair toss to the face off of Cole by receiving both Bucks to send them out of the ring. Cole hit running knee on Boy in the middle of the ring. Kristen hit a Cole with a receiving DDT on the steel chair. Nick with a bulldog. Launchy with a knee, and Lanchi beat up both Bucks with a double German suplex at the same time. Cole with a trash can to knock Lanchi out of the ring. Boy with a German suplex on Cole, followed by a suicide dive on Cole. Boy hit other suicide dive on Cole. Then he went for some smooth saw drive, and the Bucks hit him with a drop kick. Christian kicks Nick down, then Matt kicks Kristen down on the floor, and Lunchy hit Matt on the floor for a 2 count, then have multiple referees for the match to count the pin. Lucci's super kick on Cole, landing two boys, sending Cole onto a chair. That was a ringside. Cole got back up with a body forehead. So there, the finished blade job of the show. Kristen wanted Boy to do the um, cone chair to Cole. Boy took way too long, and the Bucks saved Cole by working over Cole with kicks, and Kristen and Nick went fighting backstage somewhere. Lucci went for a move on Cole, but Cole stripped it out. And then there were their stretch super kick. Matt hit Lunchy with a super kick on the floor. Matt solved shoved Boy to roast, so Boy jumped it over the top and did a hurricane Corona to send Cole through a table. Matt went up top and hit an elbow drop on Lucci through other tables. Nice sports there. The camera forcing Kristen and Nick Jackson fights in the upper concession arena, and Kristen beats up Cutler and Nagaska a bet. Kristen went up to the other level and jumped on Nick Cutler Nagaska for a 2 count on Nick. Big drive by Kristen there with the with 3 guys doing a nice job of catching him. Kristen and Nick went back at the ringside arena. Matt whipping Kristen's leg into the steel steps. Boy hit a siding drop kick on the mat. Cold chain boy on the floor and hit back. Superplex into the apron. Nick kicked the Lucha to knock him down on the floor. Cole ball in the black tag bag, and Mad Nick put some thumb tags into Jungle Boy's mouth. The Young Bucks ran the roast and kissed Cole on the cheek and hit the double super kick with a cold cover boy for a 2 count. Because Kristen made the save, Nick bought a letter into the ring. Forget against 3. Hold on a minute. Hello? Hello?
Hey,
What's up?
what you was sleeping?
No, I'm already up.
Oh, you got the game?
Yeah.
Your sister called you?
No, she didn't call me. I ain't heard nothing from her.
Oh, she must be cooking something.
Oh, when you talk to her?
I talked to her earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told her to call you, see if you wanted to eat something she had cooked.
Oh, no, she ain't called me.
Uh-huh. Call her. All right. I don't know, some okra or something. Don't forget you got that piece in there. You need to eat it.
Yeah.
Well, you need to put it in there before it go bad.
Yeah, because I already put one in there.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I ain't opened the big box.
What, the pieces? Which one you did? The bag?
Yeah, the one in the bag.
Yeah, it was all right?
Yeah, I ain't took the. Yeah, it was all mushed up, so.
Oh, you throw it away?
No, I ain't throw it away. I had put it in the oven. I ate it.
Oh. Because okay, you get the big box and put it in there.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, I was on the phone with my mom, so. I said, I was back to our. I said, Kristen gave Nick a DDT onto a ladder. Kristen almost twisted his knee real bad. I think he was okay. Lanchi hit moves on the 3 opportunity, including a slam on Cole onto the ladder. Luchis kicked the chair into both Bucks, and Luchis gave Nick a choke slam on the ladder, followed by a moonsault for a 2 because Matt broke it up with a trash can. Matt with a super kick for 1 on Lucci. Matt was on the ramp and reaching the top where Boy went for a SNARE snore tap submission, but Cole break it up. Kristen sent Cole into the steel bar near the entrance. Nick went a super kick on Kristen. Launchy grabbed it. Both Bucks Cole with a low blow on Lunches. I mean, Cole with a low blow on Boyd and Kristen with a low blow on Cole. Kristen sent Nick into the steel part of the entrance. Cole with a super kick on Kristen. Matt with a smooth saw drive of the ramp onto Lucius on the floor. Cole figure with Boyd on the stage with Cole hitting the Panama Palm sun rising on board for a counter because Lucius made the save, the three heels all delivered super kick to the Lucius and then a tripper super kick on Kristen. Cole had a turn thumb attacks a knee pad for himself and the Young Bucks, so they put them on the chairs. The Super Click hit a three-way BT triggering on Lucius with the thumb attacks knee pad for a two because Boy breaking up the pin, the fan chanted AEW for them. Boy hit a German suplex on Nick and Kristen hit a spear on Matt Lucci. Give Cole a choke slam off the stage onto Nick Cutler and Zaska. Lucci hit a shooting star press off the ramp onto a ranch of guys on the floor. Jungle Boy had a shot look on his face. Kristen set up for a coin chair toss on Matt. The Jungle Boy said he did it and Jungle Boy did the coin chair to on Matt on the ramp. Jungle Boy covered Matt for the pin win. This match lasted 22 and 35 minutes. So the win by pin Christian Cage and Luchas and Jungle Boy. This was crazy, wild, and fans other matches around the floor still level with it. Some people maybe rated it higher than mean if they are BIASED busted toys CETAI creating Razzle are really looking like the way the match was put together. With some of the equality sports, they did that. But spots by Luchis jumping off the ramp with a shooting star press with really impressive. I thought I also looked at the Uso of the table spot early as well, and as the thumb attacks on the knee. Pays so once again, I have to applaud their creative. It was one of the matches on the card where I don't know who was going to win, so I was buying into the near fall a lot. I thought about Adam Cole would win in the pay-per-view debut, but they did not. That's fine because it was a big win for Jungle Boy as well as his team. It was. I don't have no problem with them getting over. I really don't have no problem with them getting over. Uh, a quick video was sure for the tag team match between Andrade Edel, Malachi Black versus Cody Rose and Pac. The four wrestlers made their entrance. It should be noticed that when Cody made his entrance, there was some loaded boos from him, as we have seen regularly in the last few months. Edero, Hosea Mankind Black versus Cody Rhodes. Anderson Pack. Pack was going to start with Andrade. Cody tagged himself in the fans boo when Cody back up near the corner. Pack tagging back in Pack. And Andrade changed moves with Pack, getting a side of a headlock takedown. Black tagged in for a clothesline, but Pack counters into the armbar. Uh, Cody tagged in Andrade, tagged himself um in and hit Cody with a forearm to the back. Cody with a shoulder attack, and Andrade forget out of the moves with elbows, and Cody battled Andrade on the apron. Jesse grabbed it, Cody back, so Andrade punches Cody on the apron. Cody would sent into the ropes, so he hit a suicide dive on Jose, and Cody hit him a power slam on Andrade, and Pac would cheer when tagged himself in a black and the legal man with a running elbow. Andrade back in with a kick to the head. Then Pack aboard a super kick, and Cody tag back in the with a Cody cutter of the roast back saw shove Cody into the roast. Pack tags and Black hit a spinning kick on Cody. Pack sent back to the floor, followed by Pack hitting a head scissors on Andrade to the floor. Pack with a moonsault off the ropes onto both heels. Jose got it in a arm face, so arm did a gun motor loading to a arm punch. Jose repelled a arm, and Jose went up the ramp to the back. Pack up top. Andrade saved, saw him down, and Pack got the boot of Andrade with a twist attack on the middle, rolled onto Pack on the floor. Andrade sent Pack into the barricade. Black was back in with kick to the body that knocked down Pack again. The turnbuckle. Andrade superplex Pack into the turnbuckle. Andrade with a super leg move south for a 2 count, with Pack getting his hand on the bottom rope. Pack with a German suplex across the ring. Pack with to the corner for a 2 tag, but Cody was on the floor after taking the spin kick earliest. Pac was yelled at Cody to make tag Andrade with a running boot to Pac face. Andrade hit a penguin DDT on the apron watch, which lead to a 2 count in the ring. And Black was back in for his team. Pac got back inside Credible, and Pac hit a super click. Cody was back on the apron, ready in a tag, and Cody tagged in again. Andrade with a dusty like elbow to the head. Cody kicks Black out the apron. Andrade with a boot, and Cody dropped Andrade on the top rope. Cody give Andrade a receiving superplex off the top for 2. Cody with a running clothesline on Black on the floor. Andrade with a back break on Cody. Andrade went for a finger 4 leg lock. Cody forget out of that and Cody applies his own figure four leg lock pack tag in and hit a Black Andrade. Black was legal. Pac sent him out of the ring, and Pac went for a twister drive on over the top. So um, Black footed Cody in the front, and Pac hit Cody by accidentally. Andrade kicked Pac Black with a knee and German suplex for two, with Cody breaking it up. Cody suplex Black out of the ring. Black hit a running kick to knock both of them over the barricade into the crowd. Andrade and Pac were legal. Pac sent him into the turnbuckle and hit a Tarzan Rainer. Pac went up top and hit the Black Arrow squash onto Andrade for the pin for win 16 at 16 and 52. So it was a pretty, I thought it had some uh rank R R ROUGA rank moment where they didn't communicate communicate where. I know that was part of the story, but it did hurt the match. To Pac getting the win was a bad bite of Spears, because I thought Andrade and Black would have won. It did matter that much who won, because all four guys are at the same level pretty much. I just figured they would want their new guy like Andrade and Black to win to show they are a threat in AEW. I mean, like, Aleister Black beat it Cody Rhodes twice and lost to Cody. And then you have Andrade, who really ain't doing much on AEW television. And then I mean, Cody and Pac, I mean, they won the match, but they both, I mean, won, because everybody and people gonna say, when is Cody Rhodes is gonna turn heel? But if Cody Rhodes end up turning heel, that takes momentum away from his character. Everything that they had built up to his character is being a baby of face. This is not like a 2015 Roman Reigns back in WWE. But somewhere down the line, if you are going to have Cody Rhodes turn heel, it have to be all the pieces is going to have to fall apart for him to turn here somewhere. We probably going to get it in 6 months. Because when Cody Rhodes had left the building, they had booted him out of there. And I'm looking like, Pat, he is somebody good to work with. He's hell of a wrestler in AEW. He is getting put over well in these storylines. And I'm liking it right now. But with him and Cody winning, I mean, I'm fine. I don't have no problem with that at all. But AEW World Championship, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Ruby and Jamie Hayter versus Todd Kroger. Baker was in control with a retreat knee left to the head when Carlton tries to fight back. Baker ducks her with a punch to the head. Baker hit a twist superplex into a neck breaker for a 2 count. Colton hit the right hand of Baker and literally in the year. Conti. Carton with a running knee. Carton with a two clothesline followed by a pump kick that 3 times in a row. Carton jumped off the top with a cross body block for a 2 count with a jump. Carton with a jump kick and then a release German suplex for a 2 count. Carton to the turnbuckle break. Baker kicked the leg and hit a neck breaker for a 2 count. Carton tries a break, got out of it. Baker hit a crab stump for a 2 count. Ruby put Baker gloves on the right hand. Carton come back with a cutter for a 2. Then went to the apron and Baker hit a air read crash slam on the apron out that got a 2 count. Baker went for a weak locking kick counter, blocking and then each went for a near fall. Corden break free after they were locked it up and hit a tire. KO left a knee for a 2 count. Baker with a super kick, Corden with a pump kick, and Corden had hit a Gotrek style power drop for a 2 count. Baker got a roll up for a 2. Hater pulled Colton out of the ring. Well, Ruby disrupted the referee and Hater throws Corden in the steel steps. Baker hit the crab stump on the steel steps in the crab stump on in the ring. Baker applies the lockjaw submission, but Croker rolls to the ropes. Baker went for the other stump, but the apron Croker avoided it and Croker with others. Kick that send Baker out of the ring. Corden with up to the she hit Hater. Ruby's sore I don't think the locked it very good, but it's a wrist move. Carlton hit a spinning slam on Baker on the floor back in the ring. Corden hit a DD tie for the 2 counted. Corden with a hard kick to the chest. Baker counted Corden doing a move. Baker wanted a large drop submission. Corden figured out it, and Baker got a Cardi pin for the pinfall. Went 15 minutes and 25. This match didn't even much lasted long. Bit Breaker, I know she has been a dominant winning champion in AEW. You beat it Nyla Rose, you beat it Jamie Hayes Stark, you beat it Hashida, you have been in the ring. This girl is getting built up in the women's division very well, and then because it ain't nobody can take that AEW title off of her but Thunder Rose. She's the only person should be beating her in AEW. So it's nothing else to say because if you get Charlotte from WWE, probably she trying to get her ass fired out of WWE because she getting too selfish to end up putting over these other women's over there in the SmackDown women's division. And then you can either much have Charlotte go over there in AEW. It would be better to see her in the ring with Hashida, Nyla Rose, Jay Kroger, Brittany, Thunder Rosa. That AEW women's division over there would look a whole lot better in 2 years. if I mean AEW brings in Charlotte and she can be over there with her fiance, and then you can bring Ric Flair right in with her. So, I mean, it'll be a whole lot better for many years to come. So the champ retains as expected. The crowd wasn't into the match like the others. Put the did get into it a bit more as it progressed. Carlton hit Baker with everything for 2 counts, and then Baker wasn't better to apply her submission, so it ended up beginning a crater pin for the win. I thought Baker has had better matches all through this. This was fine. Some out the sports with the women. The floor did look great, so that hurt a bite to I did progress courting fronts, and she has improved a lot. Baker long regains continue until she lose to Thunder Rosa or somebody else next year. Baker celebrate with Bard and show because it was on to the next match. So the BD, should these girls should be the must be getting a opportunity? Should they? Because should girls be getting opportunities? Should they be getting? She thinks she way better. She thinks she can do anything on her own and all that. She thinks she always thinking she's gonna be the dominant champion. Look, around come 22, mark my word, she will drop that belt to Thunder Rose. I am a Thunder Roses fan. I don't know if they gonna do it at Revolution or New Year's. Or at Double or Nothing, because those pay-per-views supposed to be coming in February. So they don't have a pay-per-view back to back every month. They just skip months. AEW just skip months of doing it. So we get the CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. The crowd was chanting for both guys. Kingston went after Punk on the floor for a bet. Then they went back into the ring and Kingston hit a overhead superplex. Punk come back with a clothesline off the middle turnbuckle. Some fans were booing Punk for some reason. Then went to the apron with Punk kicking Kingston and then a running kick. There were CM Punk chant after that. Punk slamming Kingston head into the steel steps. Punk went after Kingston on the floor and Eddie Kingston Punk into the ring post. So Punk was busted open to begin a long time since CM Punk did a blade job in a match. Kingston whooped some out. Punk blood on his own face. Punk with a back body drop on Kingston. The floor. Punk did the running shoulder block in the spinning slam like John Cena. Punk heeled up his hand like Cena did. Give Kingston didn't then give Kingston a middle finger and they exchanged his punches. Punk hit the Three Amigos suplex on Kingston and did a Eddie shake and Will Kingston went to Punk on the apron. He give him the middle finger and the fan cheer as Kingston punches Punk repeatedly. Kingston deliver a superplex with foot on the top and one foot on the middle rope, but I like great the fans were chanting for both guys. Again, they did that many times during the match. They were across the ring, then pull each other back up in exchange punches. Punk with a hard slap. Kingston with a boot and a scissors kick. Kingston did a go to sleep turn. Then as obvious had gas through, but the Punk lifted up Kingston and hit a go to sleep, sending Kingston into the ropes. Punk was too hurt to cover, so he set up again the rope. The fan chant, "This is awesome for them." Punk worked it over Kingston with an elbow to the head, then knee in. The fans were booing Punk for the pink. Punk hit a go to sleep knee on Kingston again for the pinfall win. This match went 10-56. This match did not even much last. Now look, Eddie Kingston, I know he can wrestle matches, but he just there ain't trying to get over, ain't trying to win, but he just there just to put talent over. That's what he did with CM Punk. Look, CM Punk has not even much lost the match. It won't hurt if CM Punk loses. He have to lose in some kind of capacity way. Some kind of way he have to lose, but that loss won't hurt CM Punk, whoever he lose to. So this living up to the hype as the Vasquity fight. I don't go 4 stars for 10 minutes matches then offer, but they told the story very well. Their action figures impressive and everything else. Then they did a really enjoyed it. Went Punk getting the win I expect since he's going to continue to book strong in AEW. Kingston put a value F front come close to winning a few times, and then Punk had to hit the GTS twist to win. I thought definitely surprises by the fans booing Punk on multiple out scissors. So I wonder if Punk molten that in the future or if it's ignorant because the announcers chase to ignorant it. So after the match, Punk took a while to get back up. So did Kingston. Punk walked over to Kingston for a handshake, but Kingston did. Hello. Yeah. I'm at the house. I ain't went nowhere.
No.
Your mama just got off the phone with me talking about you was cooking. She way out over there at Pat House spending the night.
I know. I said, what did you want to eat?
Oh, you cooking?
No, what you ate?
I had pizza this morning. That's all.
Oh.
Oh, I ain't got no money getting nothing to eat.
Oh.
So what you cooking?
I cooked some gumbo.
Really? Yeah. You gonna
Let
bring?
me see how much is left. Then I'll bring you some. I'm gonna wait for Keith to get back and then I'll bring you some.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
I mean, yeah, it was a good match with CM Punk. So, excuse me. We only got 10 more matches on this card. If AEW, I mean, Fowler, the iHeart radio station where we bring you entertainment, we bring you live, we bring you pay-per-view, we bring you contents. So, we have the American top tag of Dan Lambert and Ethan Page and Scorpio and Andrea Arlobski Average and Junior Dos Santos. Either first, Lambert had a blue jumpsuit and I headband. The inner circle was up next with the fan signature Janice for Christian the Jericho group. I mean, a street fight in a circle. Chris Jericho, Santino Ortiz, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara versus the American top team, Dan Lambert, Junior Dos Santos, Andrea, and Arlobks Irish, and Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page. So the Minneapolis street fight, yes, for some reason they are standing on the apron to do tag in the match. Some Sammy working over Scott for a bite, and then Santino Ortiz did some cool double team moves, including a senton splash for Ortiz. Santino Ortiz did a double suplex Hager tag in with a slam. Alvaro and Hager traded punches, and average Arlobski Iris got out of an ankle lock. And Rare hit a Samoan drop. Does Santino kick, knocking down Hager with a shoulder tackle. Jericho face off again against Does Santino Santos. And Train Jericho had Junior hit a powerful. Junior hit a bastard suplex. I mean, Junior hit a standing moonsault press that wasn't perfect, but good. Each Lambert tagged in his blue jumpsuit and slopping Jericho in the face, and Jericho shoved Lambert into the rope that lead to that 10 guys getting into the brawl, but went in the inner circle, cleaned the ring, either hit Jericho with a hockey stick to the back. Sammy hit a twist dive onto Ethan on the floor. Sky took care of Sammy on the floor. Santino Ortiz, he diving onto Sky either on the floor. Hager went up top with a elbow smash and a peel of wrestler on the floor. Hager run over Dos Santos with a trash can to the head. Lambert had a pie in a head. Jericho had a Pierce sign from under the ring since Pierce was a Minnesota legend. Jericho hit Sky with the sign. The fan chanted Purple Rain from Prince. Sky hit a Ortiz with a clothesline either, and Sky sent Ortiz into the barricade. Hager hit Asquez with a toss. Ethan Page and chairs on Ortiz thumb and sent it into the ring post. Sky with a hockey stick to the reels. Ortiz, if this was a legal, then why would they spend 5 minutes doing tagging rigging Santino for back. Again, Ethan Page and Scott with some kicks along with clothesline as Ortiz got back up and kicks into the trash can. That was a Ethan Santino Ortiz using hockey sticks to the trash can. That was on Ethan Santino Ortiz. Each applies a submission to Scott Page at the same time Santino throws a football at Sky where he was in the hole. Ethan got back into it with a shoulder tackle on Santino and kicks on Ortiz. Andreas with a flying splash on Ortiz with a kick, and Ortiz with a spring buster. Hager break up the pin with toss the there was a brief toss chant, good jaw, Jericho back in the with a winter Scorpio to the knee down, either in Sky a few times, Jericho into the ropes. Lambert pulled Jericho out of the ring, and Lambert tries to run away from Jericho. So Sammy with a springboard color on Sky, and either does Santino send Jericho into the steel steps. Sammy hit a Santino bomb on Sky for a 2 count. There was a lot of fight going out of the ring. Sammy set up a table on the floor. Hager and Vasquez with a pound cake pan. Hager sent a Asperez into the barricade. Jericho went after Ethan on the floor. Does Santino with Santino went up top, but Ortiz stopped him though. There, Santino went up with Ortiz on again. Does Santino and Superplex does Santino and Sammy clam up in Hager ladder that was up against the table on the floor. It was a Hager ladder and 15 foot higher. Sammy jumped it off the top with a Santino bomb style bump onto the Sky through the table. That was impressive. Ortiz hit Page with the chair, and the Ethan give the ego edge slam on Ortiz on the floor, even asking Jericho Hager wife if she enjoyed this, and Baron give Ethan the cloud. Santino sent Ethan over the barricade. Santino jumped off of the security guy with flips onto Ethan in the crowd. Lambert celebrate in the ring. Jericho applies behind him and hit some child. Jericho went for a lion saw, then calling out for Junior, and Junior was a bet show, but he hit Jericho with a punch to knock him down. Lambert uh, cover for 2. Lambert went for a Boston Crab, but Jericho hit him with a kendo stick. Jericho hit Does Santino with kendo sticks. Short as well. Jericho had a stapler. He hit Lambert low with it like a low blow, and Jericho hit a clothesline. Jericho did a Eddie Guerrero shake from Eddie Guerrero since Jericho was so close with him. Jericho hit a frog splash for the pinfall win. It was at 19 and 50 minutes. Everybody did the Guerrero shake. The Lucha Brothers did it. CM Punk did it. Jericho did it. That's how you pay respect to Eddie Guerrero, and he is in heaven. He watching above. Because if he was here today, he would be so proud of Jericho, him and Benoit. He would be so proud of them. Because if he was alive today, he would be so proud. So the inner circle and Chris Jericho and Santino Ortiz and Jack Hager and Sammy Guevara, I mean, hands down. It was a gimmick brawl by ending, but not the wire way. There were a cold momentum in the match. The first part was wire when they were standing on the apron, waiting to do tag in a match. They had street fight rules. I just didn't get why they stretched it that why. I mean, way. Anyway, once things broke down, they had a lot of cool things planned, and it was fun fans to watch. Fun to watch. I thought the MMA guys does Santino and Vasquez fit it very well, while Lambert was most there just to get beat. Santino Ortiz had a lot of awesome tag team moves. And then Sammy had the high spot of the match with the dive off the ladder through the table post. Jericho pointed to the sky and you could see him saying, I love you, Eddie. They were great, good friends that had a lot of matches together and against each other. Jericho celebrated with the buddies. I mean, yeah, Tony Schiavone was on the stage for a special announcement. So Tony inducted Jay Lethal, who is a great wrestler from the Ring of Honors, and Lethal said he was walking through the four buddies door and he all elite know challenged Sammy Guevara the to a TNT title match on Dynamite this week. Sammy walked it up to him and told Lethal he is on. Okay. I mean, if Lethal beats Sammy Guevara for that title, that means that he is gonna have a short. I mean, it's gonna be an end to him. I like Jay Lethal. I remember him in TNA. I liked him. He was with Petey Williams and AJ Styles. He was with them. Uh, he was in there with Samoan Joe. I mean, you can name a lot because they come because he was in the Ring of Honor. Because Jay Lethal, I like Jay Lethal because WWE did not either much, never reached it out to him. So we had AEW video package ad for the world title match between champ Kenny Omega Hangman Page cover their long journey over the last 2 years. So there was a video show from outside the um, Target Center in that street of Minnesota where Hangman Page was riding a with um, either my house cars down the street where a page was slowly going on the horse. They showed clips of the momentum from Page career. It said cowboy shit on a street sign, and then Page was showing a rivalry to the Target Center. The fans were chanting cowboy shit for Page as well. So the taping that lasts at night in the day landing up to the loading up to the show. That co-equality entrance for a popular guy. Hangman Page made his entry with a 12-1 record in 21. A guy he got a big pop as unsure. Kenny Omega was up next in the AEW World Champion. Don Cal joining him into said Omega single record is 22-3. I feel like that total number or a single match is lower. The Rascals stood in the ring for the champion induction from Justin Robert. They had a face up before the match. Kenny Omega and Don Cal versus Adam Page. Look, I was ready for this match because you motherfucker, you already know was this when I came home. I was drunk, okay, because I missed it. I ain't see the pay per view because I have a fire stick hooked up in my den. In my room, in my living room, in my mom room, bro. I I missed it, the pay per view, but I had to go back on YouTube and watch the whole full show on this match because that's how AEW all Tony Khan always put effort off into AEW. He always do. This man is very courageous. He is very offensive minded. He knows what he understands what he's doing. He care about putting people over like he's supposed to be. This is what we want to see. But WWE, they don't do that. So we get Omega and Page exchanging chop with Page taking control with some hard chop Page with a corner whip followed by a clothesline on Omega whip with a whip into the ring. Kyles grabbed the Page, put in Omega, hit Page in the back. Oh, I'm already jumping off, so I'm gonna go over it. Wait a second. I said Omega and Page chained the chops with Page taking control with some hard chops. Page with a corner whip followed by a clothesline. Omega whip a whip into the ropes. Kyles grabbed the Page foot and Omega hit Page in the back with a forearm. Omega put his boot to the thorn of Page. Then the referee was looking at Omega and Kyles cracking choking Page again the middle ropes. Page sent Omega to the apron. Page jumped off the middle ropes with a clothesline followed by a signature shot dive over the top onto Omega on the floor. Omega dive Page to the barricade, then into the ring apron and into the barricade. Again, Page hits a suplex on the floor. Back in the ring, Page hit a crossbody block of the top of the two. Omega come back with a running plum strike to the face for two. Omega and Page exchange the form. Omega with a whip into the turnbuckle, a running splash. Omega then a turnbuckle. Omega disrupt the referee, so Kyle's got some chops shot on Page. Omega sent Page into the steps. Still steps Omega keys a springboard move, then changing his mind and Page hit a punch. Omega with a hurricane corona that sent Page out of the ring. Omega hit a Smooth saw dive over the top onto Page on the floor, back in the ring. Omega with a rose sometime move, a moonsault, attempted of the ropes. But Page got hit the knee up a to block Omega, charging right into a boot to the face by Page. Omega run the ropes. Page chained him and hit a fall away smooth slim Fowler by a K up with the fan cheering Page with a suicide dive that sent Kenny into the barricade. Page hit a moonsault off the top onto Omega on the floor. It looks better than ever that did that move on the show. They were back in the ring with Page hitting a brain buster for a two. Page sit up Omega on the top rope, but Omega fights back and even hit for uh, PM strikes. Omega jumping off the top rope with a power bomb of the rope. That was crazy. It cut it where Omega with a snap danger superplex 2 times in a row. They went to the top where Omega hit other snap drag suplex 3. There, Omega with B Tagri knee to the back and Page aboard one wagon angel land loading to Page hit German suplex Omega with a tag drive a for a hangman to support him with Omega punches and but by Page. Omega went up top Page, tripping him up there and but Omega hit a avalanche's blockbuster off the top for two. For a 2 count. Omega was on the floor. Page went to the top rope, top ring post, and Page jumped off the top of the ring post with a clothesline that sent Omega through a table that was a ringside. Page may have hurt his knee a bit. There, back in the ring, Omega collapsed into the ropes to avoid a buckshot Larry attempt. Page went for a knee. Omega with a suplex attempt. Page with a forearm and a pop-up powerbomb, and then Page went for a buckshot Larry. But Omega pulls the referee Paul Turner in the front, and Page clothesline Turner and Kyle brought a AEW World Title into the ring. Page punches Kyle down, and the Page avoided a attack with the title. Page hit the dead eye. He covers. Here comes ref aboard Elvis, and she counted 1, 2, and no. Page put the title down. Page and Orange Omega exchanged punches. Omega with a punch to take control and a knee to the face. Omega went for the B trigger knee. Page changed the leg, and then Omega hit a B trigger knee. Page with a roll up elbow strikes. Omega with some kicks to the face that did lock very strong, and Page come back with a hang clothesline with Kitty stealing it with a flip bump. The Young Bucks slowly made their way down to the ring. I thought they were going to slowly do their match intro earliest. Omega with a headbutt in a backdrop drive. Page hit his own backdrop drive. Page went for the back shot. Larry Omega avoided. Omega went for the one wagon angel. Page got out of that, and Page did his own one wagon angel for 1-2, no great near fall. Page hit a buckshot. Landry hit Omega in the back of the head. Page was on the apron again. Matt locked it at him. Matt noted at Page, and then Omega hit the buckshot Landry again and covered Omega for the pin, went and won it. I mean, it was 25 and 38 minutes. Man, it was a outstanding match and expected in ARGUABLY aggregate. The match out the night. I didn't know if Ken rated it higher than that because of the bump and stuff and some other um Monry things, but defended one of the best Sega matches in Hangman career. And what was the biggest moment of his career as well? I really don't think that Omega was going to win because I have a faith in AEW booking this the right away, and that what they did. I needed to be clear. Win for Page, which is expected, was what it was. The Young Bucks were out there to probably interfere on Kenny behalf, but they did to it. And Hangman was available to finish off um, Omega with the buckshot. Larry land at twins. I like that. It was a buckshot Larry to the back, followed by Larry to the front, because it should take a lot of beating at Omega that excited what happened. I am happy Page Omega was a awesome, but champion is now. It's time for the cowboy shit champ to run in AEW as the top guy. It was deserving. Hangman Hangman Adam Page celebrated with the AEW World Champion, the Dark Order group, appears on the stage, and Page invited them to come down to the ring. Them Page hanging everybody in the Dark Order group. The Dark Order left up Page with the AEW title, and the fans cheered some more than the show, the ending. I mean, the show was AEW Full Gear running out of time. It was 3 hours and 58 minutes. I mean, I have either much enjoyed the show because now Hangman Page came out and won the title, but he have to defend it in 22. So MJF could be till he get the MJF, because he could be the one that beats him. So I mean, like, we've been on here for 2 hours. We've been on here for 2 hours. We have been on here. So the comments, I ain't worried about it. So I'm not. So if you hey, Monday I am taking the rest of the year off into 22. Unless it is a title change, I might come up here and do a raw review. But other than that, though, uh, I might. But AEW Dynamite, hey, I don't know. But I don't do AEW Rampage on a Friday and SmackDown. I don't do that on my podcast unless I want to do it on a Saturday. And I don't cover AEW Dynamite on a Wednesday unless I feel like I have to get on here. And I do not even much cover no NXT. That show is trash. So have a good night.